What is an Amazon brand story and why does it matter if you want to be successful on Amazon today? The Amazon brand story, which is a pretty unique piece of enhanced brand content on Amazon for a few reasons. One, you need it if you want to become eligible for premium A+ content, and you should definitely want to become eligible. If you'd like to know more about it, you can check out the video linked in the eye here that goes into all of the benefits of premium A+ content and why it is critical if you want to succeed on the platform today. So that's number one. But number two, this is a fantastic extra piece of Amazon real estate that if you are not using, not only are you missing out on more opportunities to create connection, but you're missing out on chances to cross-sell and upsell your other products. So it serves a variety of functions. It's one small banner that's a carousel on your product page, but it has a lot that it's capable of doing, and it should be a part of any serious brand's strategy on Amazon today. How do I know this? I have been helping brands on Amazon since 2016. The brand story was not always there, and it is a fantastic addition that gives you also more space in your A+ content and elsewhere so that you don't have to be using up room to talk about your brand. Now you can have another way to be building trust with your customers, to be creating a relationship that expands beyond just whether your product fits their needs, and is another way of also demonstrating that you're not just a one-hit wonder, that you have a lot of great things and that they should be curious to learn more about you. By the way, another really interesting thing about your brand story is that it appears across all of the product pages in your catalog. So you don't have to create this individually for every single product that you upload. So it's not a lot of work that has the ability to do a lot of work for you, which we don't often get that in the world of business. And so when we have an opportunity for that, it is a good idea to take advantage of it. So as I mentioned, it's a carousel. It's a carousel of different modules that you can choose from. And I think the easiest way to be able to understand what I mean, where it is, and how it functions is to look at an example. So before shooting this video, I just randomly pulled up this Guru Nanda Advanced Oil Pulling with Tongue Scraper set. So this is for dental hygiene. Guru Nanda is a pretty large brand, and they have a pretty significant size catalog. Now, I'm using this as an example to demonstrate the brand story. I don't necessarily think that this brand story is everything that it should be. I do think that there are some ways that they could make it even stronger. However, they are doing some things really nicely. So you see here from the brand, that's where the brand story is going to live. So it's going to be below the first part of the listing that has the product images and the bullets, and above your A+ or premium A+ content. So it's right there in a pretty strong place. And you see here, as I scroll through, I can see some information about the doctor behind the brand, that they are the #1 oil pulling brand as seen on. So they're using that for credibility and trust building, taking care of our planet. They have a bunch of different badges: shop oil pulling and mouthwashes, USA's favorite oral care range, and magic of aroma therapy. So they're showing us a variety of different products that they have in their catalog. So I'm not sure whether the oil pulling is the right option for me, or whether I'm also looking to buy some extra tongue scrapers for other people in my household, I have a chance to do all of that, get a sense of what they have to offer me directly from here. Why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? So what are the different brand story modules that you have available to you? I have a blog post that I think will be really helpful for you. But in addition, I'm just going to go through some of the nitty gritty with you. But if you want to use that as a resource, then I would definitely suggest that you check that out. I will link it down below. So unlike A+ content or premium A+ content, you have far fewer modules that you need to be navigating between, which is actually really great for you as a brand because you're not going to have as much analysis paralysis to determine what you have to work with. So you have the brand ASIN and store showcase. So that is where we saw Guru Nanda is showing all the different ranges of products that they have. Then we have the brand focus image. Let's see whether Guru Nanda. So Guru Nanda surprisingly is not using that from the way that it looks. We have the brand logo and description, which they're using in a couple of non-traditional ways with the first two modules. So you see this image of the Dr. Nanda standing in a field of lavender, and then this woman by a few of their oil pulling products. Those are both the brand logo and description. So that is a way for them to be able to incorporate some text and alternative photos there for our benefit. And then another module that they're not using is the brand Q&A. So the how did we get started? What makes our company unique? Why do we love what we do? So you see here that Amazon is giving you some opportunities to be able to extend your abilities to communicate with customers beyond a specific product. And this, I think, more than almost anything else, is really about trust building. Amazon realizes that they are not necessarily considered to be the source of the most trusted place to buy high quality products. They have a little bit of an image issue in that respect. And so this brand story module is an opportunity for them to get brands involved in helping rebuild that trust, communicate that these are legitimate companies selling great products, helping to foster that relationship, to show off it, particularly if you have a unique story or a really committed vision and set of values. This is a great place to be able to communicate all of those things. Now, you may have heard me talk about how ultimately the focus should always be on the customer. This is something that I talk about extensively through really every piece of your Amazon listing optimization. And it may seem like I'm suggesting that in this particular part of your listing that you don't need to be considering that. And on the surface, in a way, you're right, but actually you're very, very wrong. The customer should still very much be the center of your strategy when it comes to building your brand story, because this needs to be something that connects with things that they care about and that are going to be points of opportunity to strengthen and build that relationship with them. So that's going to both include the way that you're framing your ideas, the things that you choose to talk about, the elements of the story that you share, the pictures that you use, even the products that you're choosing to highlight. All of those elements should be informed by who your customers are and what they care about. And if they don't care about those things, or it's just something that you think makes you sound fancy or sophisticated, but is not really going to resonate, then maybe it's not worth including. So you need to be considering what the customers care about. You also need to be very mindful of the fact that because this is going to appear across your entire catalog of products, that this is going to make sense on every single product page. Because if you're only talking about one part of your range, so then when it shows up on this other part of your range, it feels like it doesn't make sense. That's also something worth considering when you are strategizing how to put this together. So storytelling is really an art in and of itself. This is a unique way of storytelling because it's not necessarily going into the type of depth that you would in an about page or in that type of way, but it still does give you a little opportunity to be able to connect beyond a singular product. So I would strongly encourage you to, if you haven't already, to create that brand story. And if you have, then to take this as an opportunity to be able to go back through your brand story and see where might there be opportunities to cross-sell or upsell other products in my catalog? How can I use this in a way to be able to strengthen our relationships with our customers? Is all of this being put together in a way that is strategic both from the product and catalog level? And when you're able to do that all effectively, then you really have a strong piece of content that can do a lot of heavy lifting for you. Or, if you would like help doing this, we can also definitely work with you to help create a winning brand story. We have a brand booster package that does exactly that. So if you would like our help, please feel free to reach out. If you have questions, let me know. And if you would like us to take a look at your brand story and say whether we think it's great or needs a little bit of work, we would be happy to do that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.